Stop your scrolling. I'm about to share a story that's happening with millions of fathers in our country. This isn't just my story, it's a story of countless men who've been unfairly torn apart from their children. I'm Matt Hutchings, the founder of Father's Advocate, and I experienced 175 excruciating days without being able to see, hug, or say I love you to my own two boys. With over 60 false allegations about me, multiple investigations, a biased and broken family court system, this turned my life into a relentless, sickening battle to steal my rights as a father and to be reduced to a mere visitor in my own children's lives. Sound familiar? These silver bullet tactics are all too common in the family court system after a family separation. After a 2-year investigation, the court-appointed GAL recommended me as the full-time custodial parent, advocating for my children to spend around 90% of the year with me. Despite this recommendation from the GAL, whose main responsibility is to focus on the best interests of my children, my biased judge overlooked all evidence and the professional recommendations. Instead, a ruling was handed down that granted me only 6 days a month with my children. How could that be? Not even a 50-50 split. After all the lies about me, I was the one chosen to care for my children from this judge's court-appointed GAL. This was a blatant disregard for the well-being of my children and the recommendations of all the professionals involved. It became evident through my extensive research and learning about Title 4D that this ruling was designed to maximize my child support payments. This favors the state's profits at the expense of my children's well-being, allowing them to continue this pattern of judicial profiting off the separation of families in my community. But from the depths of this darkness, a flame of faith ignited within me. It was a vision of the name Father's Advocate. It came to me late one night, a calling too powerful to ignore. I refused to let this unjust system define my role as a father. Fathers aren't granted a few days from a black robe incentivized by a hidden profit structure, shrouded in the best interests of children, and forced to pay to see our children. This is our right, and the courts should be fighting to protect that for our children, and they are not. That's when I founded Father's Advocate, a movement driven by faith, fueled by the collective stories of fathers like you, and rooted in the core values of faith, family, and fatherhood. We believe that faith is a powerful force that can move mountains. It's the unwavering belief in the importance of fathers in their children's lives. At Father's Advocate, we stand strong on this foundation of faith, knowing that we can create a brighter future for our children and families. Family is the pillar that supports us through thick and thin. It's the bond that should never be broken. But the family court system has cracked that foundation, driving a wedge between fathers and their children they represent for profit. We refuse to accept this norm. We're on a mission to rebuild that foundation, to restore the sacred principle of family. We are here to ensure that every father, empowered by love, can rise to the ultimate protector of his family and children. It's the opportunity to shape the lives of our children, to guide them through life's challenges, and to be the unwavering source of love and support. But in a biased and broken family court system, this calling often goes unrecognized and undervalued. At Father's Advocate, we are fighting for the recognition and empowerment of fathers. We believe that every father deserves a chance to fulfill his role with pride and purpose. Our mission is clear: to expose the patterns of injustice and advocate for true family justice. Through our data-driven efforts, we will shine a light on the flaws in the system and empower communities to make informed decisions during judicial elections. Together, we will disrupt the status quo and fight for the rights of our children and families. If you or a father you know went through family court and was given around 7 days a month, after fighting just to be an involved father, we want to hear this story. We're looking for patterns that show judges have profits in mind over the children, and this is a key indicator of that mindset. As we build this movement, I can't do it alone. And as we begin collecting data, your story becomes crucial in pointing us to the injustice that must be addressed. So fathers, loved ones of fathers, family members, new spouses, by joining us, you become a vital part of the movement for our children and our country. Father's Advocate is not about dividing men against women. Instead, it recognizes and celebrates the distinct and vital roles both parents play in the upbringing of children. We stand for everyone who understands, respects, and supports the role of fatherhood and its profound impact on children. We see the value in every father and advocate for their rightful place in their children's lives. Visit our website at fathersadvocate.com to tell your story, to have your voice heard. Join our Facebook group, where we will be collecting these stories to build our advocacy. Together, let's fight for the rights of our children and families. Are you ready to join us in this fight for true family justice?